everyone, this is Maki. Recently, a new Gundam series was announced at the Gundam conference. There's been a lot of discussion about GQuuuuuuX. Today, I'd like to have a casual chat about GQuuuuuuX. What direction will the story take? Among fans, the fact that Mr. Hideaki Anno is handling the script has attracted considerable attention. Any fans know him as the creator of Evangelion. Mr. Anno is also known for his deep love of the Gundam series. In various interviews, he has shared anecdotes such as I recorded the original Gundam TV Annie on videotape and watched it repeatedly even before Gundam gained widespread recognition and popularity, and the first episode of the original Gundam is the most accomplished piece in the history of TV Annie. Interestingly, Mr. Anno was involved in the production of the Gundam series even before GQuuuuuuX was created. He was responsible for the design of the Rinlure and Musaka-class battleships that appear in Sha's counterattack. These battleships also appear in Gundam Unicorn. Unfortunately, the Rinlure was destroyed by the colony's laser. However, for Mr. Anno, who is a huge fan of the original Gundam, the fact that it was destroyed by a weapon created in the history of his beloved original Gundam may be a treasured memory. In addition, Mr. Anno personally published a fan book about Sha's counterattack. By analyzing the contents of this fan book, we might be able to imagine how the story of GQuuuuuuuX will unfold. Before diving into the contents of the fan book, it's important to analyze the basic information. A key point of interest for many fans is the aspect of a Gundam created by Mr. Anno. However, the general director of GQuuuuuuuX is actually Mr. Kazuya Tsurumaki. Mr. Tsurumaki has been assisting Mr. Anno in his creative endeavors for a long time and has also played a major role in the Evangelion series. GQuuuuuuuX is basically a Gundam directed by Mr. Tsurumaki. The narrative created by Mr. Tsurumaki serves as the foundation upon which Mr. Anno and other staff members develop the script and designs. Mechanical designer Ikuto Yamashita commented on next. GQuuuuuuuX is a work of director Tsurumaki. All decisions are made by Mr. Tsurumaki. Mr. Anno's role is to support Mr. Tsurumaki. Support is Mr. Anno's job. But Mr. Anno is also the president of Studio Color, so he participates in the supervision of the work. But in order to avoid major changes in direction, we are proceeding without showing Mr. Anno anything until the very last moment. His comment is abruptly cut off. The sentence "we are proceeding" ends in the middle. It's unclear whether this was a simple typo or an intentional joke on Yamashita's part. My personal guess is that although the project is being developed as Mr. Tsurumaki's work, with Mr. Anno acting in a supporting role, Mr. Anno's influence is still clearly reflected in the work. Of course, this is just speculation. The extent to which Mr. Anno's opinions will influence the final product remains unknown. While the final details will be handled by Mr. Tsurumaki, it's plausible that Mr. Anno will steer the overall direction as a product of Studio Color. Now, let's look at some fascinating insights from Mr. Anno, as shared in the fan book for Sha's counterattack. Themes for Annie are becoming exhausted, and similar content is being repeated. Sponsors are starting to avoid risky options. If this continues, the culture of Annie will decline. In the fan book for War in the Pocket, he also expressed his thoughts. If Annie production continues on the current path, the goal of pursuing realism will reach a dead end. I want to appreciate the origins of the robot hero genre. The show's counterattack fanbook was published in 1993, while the War in the Pocket fanbook was published in 1989. Notably, 1993 was the year that Victory Gundam was released as a TV anime, followed by G Gundam in 1994. In contrast to the atmosphere of the original Mobile Suit Gundam, G Gundam had a more hero-centric performance, which makes a curious connection to Mr. Anno's earlier comments. More recently, Mr. Anno has directed hero-centered movies such as Shin Kamen Rider and Shin Ultraman. While not exactly about heroes, he also directed Shin Godzilla, which focuses on the colossal kaiju. The Gundam series has long been admired for its complex storytelling. However, emphasizing such elements could risk falling into the repetition of similar themes that Mr. Anno warned against. It's worth considering whether Studio Color's approach to Gundam might lean toward creating entertainment centered on heroic action. Could this be the direction we'll see in GQuuuuuuX? Many anime fans are hoping for Gundam that inherits the DNA of Evangelion. It's certainly an appealing prospect. However, Evangelion's story is notoriously complex, and first-time viewers often feel overwhelmed. However, I find the idea of a refreshing robot hero anime created by a team experienced in creating complex narratives equally appealing. What kind of story do you expect from GQuuuuuuX? Will it be a narrative like Evangelion with numerous mysteries for viewers to ponder and debate? Or will it take a more straightforward approach, featuring a hero who shines through his efforts to help those in need or support his friends? One more piece of information to add in interviews. General Director Maki has often expressed his fondness for Asuka, a character from Evangelion. It's possible that Niran, a character from GQuuuuuuX, may have a role that recalls Asuka's dynamic presence. In about a month, the theatrical release of the early story of GQuuuuuuX will be released. I'm looking forward to it and can't wait to see what it has to offer. Thank you for watching to the end. See you in the next episode.